All right, what is up, gang? Today we're going to be doing some grip training here at home. Going to be using fat grips, going to be using some bands. I got some equipment. I think today we're going to be doing the wrist wrench, little bighorn, and maybe some key pinches. So should be fun. So I'm going to be doing holds with the fat grips, just because I'm kind of just going to be doing rack pulls today. Yeah, I don't know. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Joe, why aren't you just doing deadlifts? Well, with the fat grips, my max is not very much weight. This is 225. I'm gonna see how long I can hold this for. But I can deadlift significantly more than this. And I'm trying to train my hands. I'm not trying to train my back. So that's why. Whew. That is tough. All right, I threw a 10 on each side. I did want to show people something. The axle bar, which is the event that I'm training for by doing this, is 2 inches. And I wanted to see if the fat grips actually line up. So, the fat grips on this bar is 2.31 inches. So, theoretically, on a regular axle bar, my max should be a little bit higher than what it is here. So far, my best double overhand axle is, I believe, 305. If I can get 275 with these, that'd be pretty crazy, but we'll see how it feels. Oh. I think I'm gonna bust out the chalk. I know grip people might hate this, but I'm using liquid chalk. I just don't want to have clouds of dust all over here. So you're gonna have to deal with it. Ta-da. Oh my god. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh my lord. All right, not great. I'm gonna lower the weight, do some back down sets. I'm just gonna see how long I can hold 225 for. All right, we're switching gears a bit. We're now going to start using the wrist wrench. This is a very interesting piece of equipment. The, I guess, strap gets rolled around. Put your thumb in line with the strap, and it puts a lot of torque on your wrist. I've hurt both of my wrists using this thing. because I didn't warm up enough. So I am starting very light with just 25 pounds. And then, I don't know, I'll probably work up. I'm not very good at this event, but we got to get better. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so I know in that warm up, I'm kind of just standing there, mostly straight arm, just kind of picking it up. But when it gets heavier, I switch to a different technique. And I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but I've noticed my technique changes when it gets heavier. I do sort of like a bend down and keeping my bicep engaged, picking it up. I don't know why, but when it gets heavier, that's like the only way I'm able to lift this thing. So there you have it. I just added 10 pounds and yeah, my loading pin is DIY, kind of jank, but it works. It gets the job done. Now you can see what I mean by my weird technique with this. That was 45 pounds. Kind of feeling a little rough on the wrists. So I think I'm gonna move on to the Little Bighorn. This is a replica. I 3D printed it, but it is the same dimensions as the actual Little Bighorn. We're right, 70 pounds. Honestly, I do not know what my PR is on this. I know it's somewhere on the GSI database for the actual implement. So I will put up my PR on the actual Little Bighorn in the corner. However, I have noticed this replica I am significantly worse at. So yeah, there we go. I know with a lot of V-bar implements, people like to spin. So they'll start with their bicep out, and as they lift, they'll twist it. Kind of seems dangerous in my opinion. Maybe there's benefits to doing it that way. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to stick with getting strong with my arm fully closed, or my bicep fully closed in, because seems like it's a little bit safer. Oh, come on. This is a brutal piece of equipment. But it's pretty fun. I do like the V-bar stuff. I don't really think I'm particularly good at it. I'm not really particularly good at any of these grip lifts, but they're still a lot of fun. Right, so I think I'm gonna try this guy out. I haven't used this dude in a long time. This is a double key pinch. They're pretty fat. I made this a long time ago, but I just want to see if I can pick up 70 pounds with it, because that might be kind of cool. Oh my God. There we go. Oh. All right, so now we're getting into the kind of less cool section of the training. We have this guy, which is a dynamic thumb piston. I know Adam's Grips and Arm Assassin have really nice versions of this. This was something I made, and it's very loud, but your thumb gets pretty pumped after doing a bunch of reps. Then I have this thing that I whipped up. I saw on the Firm Handshake Grip Society Discord, someone mentioned that radial deviation is very good for key pinch lifts. So I said, okay, I'm already training radial deviation with I had like a little wrist roller thing that I made. But what if I can just do both? So I took my little key pinch, strapped it up to this. This is only a 5-pound kettlebell. And I'll show you what I do with it. So you grip it like a normal key pinch, and you do radial deviation. It does have some swing to it, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it adds some weird micro thumb stability muscles, I don't know. But I think this could have potential. I don't know, maybe I'm being ridiculous. Maybe I'm getting way too specific. But I imagine it can be useful somehow. Maybe some professional thumb wrestlers will take my advice here. So next up, I'm gonna do some pronation curls. I have a martial arts belt strapped to a loadable kettlebell, and it's kind of heavy, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, I want to showcase this cool way to do forearm curls that I found. All you need is a resistance band and any object. You can use a water bottle. I'm just going to use this fat grip. But check this out. You could do this on the floor. I'm just doing it on the squat rack. Tie it up, put your hand through the resistance band. So this is on your wrist. And what you're going to want to do is take your fat grip, load it into the resistance band, and curl into the resistance. I think this is pretty sick, but if you have the right equipment, I think I found a way to make it a lot better. All right, so what I have here is a 2x5 pinch block. Really simple piece of equipment. Or basically, we're going to do the same exact thing, just with the pinch block. And this one attacks your wrist so much more, from what I've found. All right, now I'm just gonna finish off with some behind the back forearm curls using the fat grips. I lowered it down to 135 just so I can do a lot of reps. So let's get to it. Okay, so there was a little bit of a group training sesh here at the home gym. I'm very fortunate that I have all this equipment to do everything I need to do. Yeah, we're getting stronger. We're getting stronger. I'm excited for Dubs Grip Classic 3. That's happening here in a few weeks. Don't know how I'm gonna do. My training has been lacking recently, but you know, that's just how it is. So we'll see how it works. Anyway, that's it. It's kind of boring, but thanks for watching. See you next time. Whoa. Touch.
Oh,
That's so
nice.
close.